Hey, it's Ethan with ComTech. So today I want to go over how to log into Office 365 for the first time and set up your multi-factor authentication. So this is the agenda. It's pretty straightforward. Again, if you are an employee and you were just given your email address and your password, you're logging in for the very first time, this is the video for you. If you're not and you're trying to just set up multi-factor, still keep listening because we're going to go through that process. But we're going to log in, we're going to go through adding additional information, updating our password, and then using the Microsoft Authenticator, the actual app on your phone. I'll walk you through how to set that up. So these are the items that you'll need, either a laptop or a desktop, just some computer, your cell phone, and then also your username and password for your email. If you don't have that, email your support team, whatever that is. If we do your IT work here at ComTech, email us, support@ComTech.NC. We'll be more than happy to get you that username and password. First step is go out to office.com. So if you go out to office.com, you click sign in, you're going to get a screen just like this. Type in your email address. When you type that in, you're going to type in your temporary password that your support team should have given you. When you type that in, the first thing that's going to pop up most likely is this. I say most likely because these steps are the steps that I documented. Microsoft likes to change things. So if you're seeing something that's not exactly what I'm showing you, just keep listening through the video. It's likely that a couple of steps got mixed up, but that's just Microsoft. They like to move things around. But when I did this, as of January-ish 2025, the next step when you log in for the first time, it says, hey, your organization needs more information. If you click next, it's going to say something along the lines of, we need a phone number. Do you want us to text or call you? I typed in my phone number and then I hit next. It sends me a code on my cell phone. I look at that code, I type that code in and I click next. And then it'll pop up and say, hey, your phone has been registered. So we've got that step complete. Next step is most likely, it should come up to, hey, you need to update your password. If you're working with an IT provider very similar to ComTech, normal practice for us is to set up a new email address, a new user, and set up a temporary password. And then that way, when you go to log in, you'll get a screen like this. You put the temporary password there, and then you put your new password, and then you retype your new password. That way, we don't know what your password is. Your IT provider doesn't. You're the only one who knows your email password. When you do that, you're going to click sign in. Then it may pop up with this screen. This is a screen that is up to you whether or not it's pretty clear. Do this to reduce the number of times you're asked to sign in. If you click yes, what this means is the next time you open up that web browser and go to office.com, if you selected yes, it's going to automatically log you in. You're not going to have to retype your password. If you click no, then you'll have to retype your password. That's a decision for you and your IT to make. The next step is, so once you're in office.com, you've got your password set up, or we've reset it. You've already added your cell phone number, so you have a text. That's okay. That's good. But the best method for multi-factor authentication is to use a mobile app that has a code that rotates. And I'll show you how to set that up now. So in office.com, if you go down to the very bottom left-hand side, you're looking for, it should show your initials here. If you click on that, you're going to have a little pop-out that says View Account. When you click that, before I go to the next screen, there is a chance that this little guy down here in the bottom left is in the top right. Again, Microsoft likes to move things around depending on which screen, but just look for that circle. When you click on that, click View Account. It should come up with a screen just like this. Click on Security Info or Update Info. When you do that, you will see right here that I have the phone that I just added. I've got my password that I just reset, and now I want to add another method. So I'll click Add Method. Now, I have a lot of options in my organization. You may only see 2 options. So do what you need to, but what we want to do is choose Microsoft Authenticator. When we choose that, it's going to take us to this screen and say, hey, you need to pull out your cell phone and go and download this app. So the next thing we're going to do is pull out our cell phone, go to the App Store and type in Microsoft Authenticator. That cell phone on the screen means you should be doing this step on your cell phone. Microsoft Authenticator, if you click on that, I downloaded it, installed it, and then it had an option for open. Click open. When you click open, it's going to ask you your normal stuff that you see on most apps. Do you accept the permissions, that sort of thing? To use the app, you need to click accept. Then, when I was setting this up, it asked me, hey, do you want to improve Microsoft Authenticator? Do you agree to allow some of your data to be shared with Microsoft? That's up to you and your IT department, but you can click continue here. When you do that, what the screen we're really looking for is this right here where it says scan a QR code. That's what we're trying to get to. Now, if you click scan a QR code, it'll go to the next step I'll show you here in a moment. If you're like me, when I was trying to create this demo, I was trying to move fast and I accidentally clicked skip right here. If you do that, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just click add an account, choose work or school, and then you're back to the exact same screen. So if you move too fast, if you're like me, then I just showed you the workaround. But click scan a QR code on your phone. Again, it's going to pop up and say, hey, we need access to your camera on your phone. It can't scan a QR code if it doesn't have access to your camera, so go ahead and click allow. When you do that, on your cell phone, you should see a QR code scanner. It should be showing your camera. Go back to the desktop and click next. When you do that, it's essentially walking us through these steps saying, hey, you need to download this stuff. So click next again. And this is the screen we want on the desktop. When you see this, you should see a QR code. I have blanked my QR code out so no one scans it. But you're going to take your cell phone out and you are going to scan that QR code. When that happens, you're going to click next, and then back on your phone, you should see this right here. So once you scan the QR code, typically it just disappears and goes to something like this. Now mine says ComTech here. Yours is probably going to say the name of your company, and it's going to be lit up right here. The next thing you're going to do is, again, back on the desktop, when we click next, it's going to pop up and say, hey, we're going to send your cell phone that you just set up a code, and we need you to type that in. In this example, it's 77. So we're going to go back to our phone. We're going to pull out our phone. It should have a notification. You type in 77, and then you click yes. When you do that, on the desktop, it's going to say, hey, this has been approved. You're going to click next again. At this point, you should have, as you see right here, we've got the original phone number that we set up. We've got our normal password. We also have Microsoft Authenticator. That's what we just added. Now, to make this the most secure as possible, we want to tell the system, use the Authenticator app instead of using text. So what you're going to do is up here at the top, click change, and you're going to have your options that you can choose, and you're going to choose app-based authentication. And once you choose that, you're done. You've set the system up, you've reset your password, you've added a phone number, you've added the authentication, you are golden. If you have any more questions or you want to dig even deeper, this is a YouTube thumbnail that I have talking about why this whole process, why multi-factor is so important. And it also goes through, if you're setting up multi-factor, should you set up app, then texting, then email, or should I only do an extra additional email method? What's the most secure? So I will link this in the description below. And if you have any questions whatsoever other than that other video, if they don't answer it, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Have a great day.